The House of Representatives Committee on HIV/AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria has questioned the Ministry of Health on the disengagement of a local contractor in a $100 million loan agreement between Nigeria and the Islamic Development Bank meant to address the challenge of malaria in the country. The chairman of the committee, Honorable Amobi Oga, in a stakeholders meeting to address the matter, was displeased that the so-called that was expected through the intervention was yet to materialize even after signing the agreement in 2022. In his ruling at the meeting, Honorable Amobi directed that the Minister of Health, Professor Ali Pate, who was in attendance, to provide a comprehensive report of the transactions pertaining to the agreement to the committee within 2 weeks. He added that the meeting was to resolve the logjam that seemed to have crippled the implementation of the Islamic Bank loan to support malaria elimination in Nigeria under the Lives and Livelihood project. According to him, the project aims to reduce under-5 mortality in Nigeria from 130 to 79 per 1,000 births by 2030. However, the report is expected to explain in detail why the local vendors approved for the agreements were disqualified and not given access to the job.
If UNOPS here can tell us, as a country, that they cannot tell us what the local manufacturer have done that made them to disqualify this local manufacturer. See, the reason why all of us are here is because of one thing: Nigeria. If it's a grant or aid, we won't spend our time. Why we are here? Because it's a loan that we are going to pay back. With interest. With interest. That is the pain.
Responding, the Minister of Health, Ali Pate, said the agreement was reversed because there were issues with the local producer. He said according to the design of the loan, there was an agreement by the government to utilize a United Nations procurement agent, UNOPS, and a memorandum of understanding was signed. He acknowledged that the country still has a malaria challenge and the Islamic Development Loan is a major effort that started 4 years ago as part of Nigerians' effort to achieve malaria elimination.
If there's going to be a change in the procurement method, then we have been advised by the Islamic Development Bank. It will trigger a process that will go back to their board and will take several months more. It will mean that for the next 12 to 18 months, because the loan that allowed us to have the 90 million is constructed within an agreement that was signed between Nigeria and the multilateral banks, and that had the legal opinion of the Attorney General and their board of the Islamic Development Bank. They would have to take it back through their processes, back to their board, to change that. We can choose that route, but I would like the committee to be aware that this will take at least another 12 to 18 months before then we relaunch with a new procurement method.
Director and representative of the United Nations Office for Project Services, Ghana Multi-Country Office, Ifeoma Charles Monwuba, said there was an anomaly with local contractor which is lacked capacity, hence the need to terminate the agreement. According to her, the agreement with UNOPS was signed in September 2022. However, there was a clause inserted that if it did not become effective until December 2022 and by January 2023, there will be a training for local vendors that were supposed to participate. They did the training for them, and by February 2023, the tender launched.
The agreement with UNOPS was signed in September 2022. However, there was a clause inserted that meant that it did not become effective until December 2022. And by January 2023, we did a training for local vendors. All the local vendors that were supposed to participate, we did a training for them. And by February 2023, the tender launched.
The committee, however, expressed displeasure over a submission by UNOPS that a United Nations agent employed as the procurement agent for the project with no potent reason for dropping the local contractor were unclear. The Speaker, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, who was represented by the House Leader, Professor Julius Yovari, hoped the matter would be resolved amicably. Aniete Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.